Hey everybody, welcome. I know it's been a while. I just wanted to invite you guys over so we can build some stuff together. Second, get situated here, and we're gonna get started. Alright, perfect. Alright. So, let me take you through what I've been doing for some time now. The reason why there hasn't been any videos uploaded for a while, and it is all here. This is one of the reasons. I have been building an intercom system, a fully remote intercom system for broadcast. And these are my testing rigs. I have a couple of these. And this is the big boy, which is a full panel, 4-channel test station with IOs. But today we need to go, this was the original model. It had some buttons here that we're getting rid of, and this was regular PLA, so it actually melted. I don't know if you guys can see that too much, but it melted with the sun. I knew that was going to happen. This was just a test model. So I went ahead and made the new cases. Not only that, I made them out of PETG, and they're also not half the size, but almost there. And they're much better. Everything does fit in here. We're also changing to a 5-axis joystick, and yeah, that's pretty much what we're gonna do today. So I need to transfer everything that's in here into these while we have a chat. So welcome everybody. Let me see. Welcome. And then let's get started. There we go. All right, first thing is I need to get rid of all of this. This is my new one. This is an old one. So I was gonna put on this one, but this one's PLA. I decided to go ahead and make it out of PETG. So we can get rid of this one. This is an older one, so you guys can see. Which is the same as this one. So we put that over there, because that's going away. I'm also testing different connectors, because if I show you the insides, it's a mess. Don't judge, guys, but it's meant to just be a proof of concept, and it's very, very messy, but it's fine. Whoa, we got 20 people watching. Nice. Welcome everybody. Welcome. Do you guys have any questions? We're here just to chill, talk, and build. So let me know if you guys do have any questions. Damn, we got 30 people already. Nice. But yeah, this is a fully remote system that I've been building. It has taken me some time. If you've ever been in broadcasting, you know, an RTS system or ClearCom or Riedel, this is basically that same system, but it's got a lot more features, believe it or not. As in, it works fully remote. There's no ports that you need to open. So I think this could be a good product that I am testing out and making sure so I can start using it, especially in productions. But yeah, let's get started, guys. If you have any questions, guys, please let me know. So this is what it currently looks like. It is a mess, but it works, and it's just a proof of concept. So we are getting rid of this guy. Look how much it meant. That is crazy. I hope you can see that. That was just from the sun. Wow, look at that. Look how this came out. You see that? I hope you guys can see that. Hi, Lisa Wheeler. Hi, Lisa Wheeler. Welcome. Let's get this on the road. I need to dismantle this entire thing so we can transfer it over. And also, there's another reason why there hasn't been that many videos, and it's really I haven't had too much time to build anything other than this. This has been done through my spare time of my full-time job and everything I do. So I apologize for that, but I really want to get back to making more videos for you guys. So let's get rid of the back and we can go along. If you guys have any questions, let me know. So yeah, I figured this was gonna have to be, since I'm just making this for a proof of concept first. I knew that I was gonna have to change from PLA to something better, and that's why I got these made. I am actually finishing printing another set, like another kit, so I can build it out. We have to put the heat inserts in this. This one I already put my heat inserts. But I really like this form factor. It's much smaller than the older one. And I think it's gonna work very, very well. I do have to cable manage this better, and these buttons are going away, but we will get to that when we get there. Let's see. This one is really just start kind of like pulling things off. Also, I need to find where I have it here. I do need a piece that is a 90-degree angle. It's a right angle for these guys. Let me see where it is. So it is a right angle, so it actually fits everything flush. It's a bit of a mess. You guys are gonna see that, but I apologize because it really will be a mess. But it's just a proof of concept. It just has to work. And I'm already working on actually making actual connectors for them, so they sit correctly at 90 degrees without a problem. Thank you everybody for the likes. Please, if you can, give it a thumbs up. Or subscribe if you're interested. If you haven't seen my videos like this, my videos are actually fun. Not just because they're my videos, they're actually fun videos of builds. If you haven't seen any, I've built very cool, big things. You can go check them out and then I'll see you back again if you got any questions about those builds. I will definitely be here for some time. There is one video I haven't finished, which was the Disney monorail one. I built a pretty big, pretty large Disney monorail. I have not finished that one. I actually shot it, it's all done. That video has definitely been like my nemesis because I guess everybody has one of those videos. It's just taken forever and I've put it like in the back burner. And it's an emotional video for me too, but I just never got around it. I started building it because it was a cool project. That was actually one of the first projects I started building with Fusion 360. And I'm telling you that was now about 4 years ago, 4 or 5 years ago. That's when I started that project. And I just got last year to shooting the video for that. It didn't turn out as good as I wanted it to, and then that brought me down on it. But I think I may actually release that video because somebody 6 days ago commented, and I was like, wow, like I haven't released a video in a long time, and people still want to watch it. So maybe. Let me see. Right, this is the mic. I need to hold on to the mic. Remember that. Where this? And transfer this over. This is the mic. So there it is, guys. This is the headset. It's a 5-pin for this guy that's over here. So it's compatible with RTS headsets. And just plugged right in. Part of what we gotta do today. We also gotta solder these guys, the 5-axis. I don't think I have enough space to use this plug, and it's something we're gonna test out probably right now. But let's see how that goes. Thank you very much for that like, whoever you were. Let me know in the comments where you guys are from, where are you watching from. Let me see. So these buttons are the old buttons. We're getting rid of those and we're replacing them with this guy, 5-axis. So these two guys are gone. They're gonna be gone. And I know this is a mess. I need to get the neutral wires out too. 1 and 2. These guys are completely unplugged. That's good. This guy can come off. This guy comes off. Do I want to get rid of this right now? No, that's fine. We'll leave it like this. So I need to check first if this is going to fit. We gotta finish tearing that apart because we're gonna use all that. If I put the computer here, will I have enough space for this plug? So I'm trying to use these JST plugs for the cables instead of the mess that you're seeing. So I really want to try to see if I have enough space. And I don't think I do. That's a bummer. Alright, can't use it, guys. Can't use that plug. At least not on these ones. Not on these small guys. Because I need them. We're going to solder the cables. You're going to see them right now. I really need them to be as flush as possible because I don't have enough space. So we're going to be doing that today as well. Alright, we tested that. I also need to try to remove this screen without breaking it. We're going to get there. Let's start with this easy part first. It's a little just jumper. And we need to try to remove this guy. Yes, that is hot glue that's holding that together. And it's going to be hot glue that goes into a new one as well. Let's wrap these two guys. These are small ones. There we go. You start screwing the small ones from the bottom. And then we will this. Just to have the screws right. So all this actually has been 3D printed. As I mentioned before, I'm actually printing right now another PETG case. So I can have 3 belt packs that are usable outdoors. Because currently my other belt packs are PLA, and I took one outdoors and it melted. That's why we're replacing it. There is one thing I need to figure out, and it's how much, if the tolerance has changed because of using the PETG compared to the PLA, and I don't think it has, especially by screwing these guys in here. I don't think I'm gonna have a problem with that, which is what I wanted, hopefully. I just burned myself. But let's see, let's keep going. Alright, next we're going to attach the headset. This guy is actually just screwed in here and it's just being held by itself. There's no screws there's no nuts, it's just the screws. And it's fine. This guy doesn't get, this plug doesn't get pulled that much. You can tighten it more. They're actually onto the plastic, so they'll stay there. I also need to rip this guy out. There we go. This is also just a jumper for my Ethernet. This guy is powered by PoE, so we use this as its main power source. I hope, and that's something I need to check, if the cables are the holes are the correct size on the PETG compared to the PLA, or if they're going to be a problem. It looks like it might be fine. There we go. I'm actually on this one, I'm going to use some super glue to hold some stuff together. But we're also going to use some hot glue on top of that after. And let's see if this guy's going to give me a problem. Nope. Right. So that is what the back looks like, guys. Very nice. Everything's pretty flush. There we go. Now everything's pretty flush. Very flush. And now we gotta put some glue on there to make sure that's gonna stay. Yep. Put a little bit so it sets in. I will later come around with some hot glue to add some more stiffness to it. But for now, it's gonna stay. Alright, we need to make this cable, guys. This one's not that easy. Let me go get the other one so we can follow the same cable color scheme. I'll be right back. So this is what I was talking about, guys. I need this 90-degree header, and I'll show you so you guys can see it better. It's a 90-degree header. I just need to grab the pins and shoot them sideways, so that way they're not sticking up, so it actually fits. Leave that right there for right now. Because if you don't, then all the pins are right here and they stick out and it's not fun. Let's open this guy up and let's follow the same cutters for the cables for the joystick, so we kind of have some structure to it. Alright, you can put these guys in a little bit more. This is supposed to stay flush on the table, because they are countersunk screws. There we go. Just missing a little bit. Alright, so this guy, you guys are going to see the mess with cables. I apologize. I really do apologize. That is what we need so we can see the color scheme. So this is what it ends up looking like, guys. It's a nice mess, but it works. I just need to see what colors are where. And the side of this, alright, not too happy about the side of that. I grabbed the one that's not, I know that's not the color scheme I wanted to use, but we're gonna have to figure it out. And it's fine. We're gonna use, let's see, white, gray, purple, white, gray, purple, brown. Yep, this is it. that side. Do I have? I don't have, so we're gonna cut these. Alright, so it's gonna be white. We do need a black one. That one's gonna get separated. And then we'll start with black. Now we're gonna go black, white, gray, purple, blue. Is green the last one that I need? So I need the common one, up, down, left, right, middle. So yes, we need up to green. That's what we're gonna use, guys. Where is my ruler? I don't know where that went. I don't know where my ruler went. So I use a ruler as a soldering board. Here it is. Just so I don't burn things down. Alright, so we're going to cut these guys off. Black is actually getting separated a little bit more than everybody else because make sure you didn't need to separate as much. That's fine. Not that end. I need the other end separated. Oh, I hear my printer. I think it might be almost done. Just need a little bit, not too much. Alright, that's what we need. And we're going to get ready to solder. Let's turn this guy on. Definitely need to build myself a soldering station. And yeah, we're going to use this guy. Starting with back on here. So I know it's a very primitive way of doing this, but it works for me. All you guys are going to stay right away. There we go. Use it. Alright, so we need just to hold it there. down. Three down. Some of these are very stubborn, and that's why I use connectors, ladies and gentlemen. There we go. Ooh, that could have been bad. Here we go. Hey, Oliver, come here. I don't like where this one is. It was a little too tight there. Yep, knew that was gonna happen. Come on. It always has to be the last one. Need a big goop. There we go. Let me just make it nicer. No, now the other one did the same thing. There we go. Now I'm gonna do this. Cool. Ladies and gentlemen, that is how you get this guy in there. We're actually going to do a little bit more here to push these guys down. Just to make it flush. Oh, that turned out very dirty. Again, that's why I use connectors instead of doing what I'm doing. Because this looks bad. That should be good. Cool. Alright, so now that we have this guy connected, now we can start putting this guy on the side. There we go. That should fit right in. Again, this is what I was talking about, tolerances. It's actually very tight. I need this to go in correctly. There we go. That's what I want to hear. All right, there we go, guys. Now we have pins. Buttons. Alright, we can start gluing this together. This. You start turning on the hot glue. Alright, next. You need to get the LCD screen out of here so we can transfer it to the new one. It's always sketchy because this is hot glued in there, but it's just sketchy. Oh, I did not realize that. Why did I do that? We'll talk about that after. I put a new push and top button on the new frame. But if I did that, I forgot that now I'm gonna have to solder more things to make that work, or I could try to rip out the old button and use that. There we go. The glue's coming around. Be very careful with this screen because unfortunately it is very, very delicate, but it's very good, so that's just straight off. Alright, this LED is fine. Just gotta get rid of this glue, and that can get transferred right over without a problem. Hot glue really likes to melt everything, and that was a problem on the previous one I made. Alright, there we go. I have more space. Let me try to get this push and talk button off. There is no pretty way of getting this guy out or in. That's why I tried putting a new one on. So you guys won't see this massacre, but then I'm gonna have to take it off regardless. So not too happy about that. And we should try to use this same one. It is literally screwed onto the plastic as hard as it possibly can be, so it doesn't come off when they're pushing. Alright, let's figure this out. You get all this glue off, get that OLED, it's actually OLED, it's not just an LCD, it's an OLED screen. So you can use it again. As I mentioned before, they're very delicate. Have not had them fail on me because of the hot glue, but I did have two that are broken because they're just very, if you hit the corners on it, it just shatters, and one of them fell. The other one broke as I was trying to fit it in, and this one did not break. So that's what the LCD looks like. It's nice and tiny. And that is it, guys. This is the old one. We should go into a new one. But before we put onto a new one, I need to get this guy out because I need to put the old one in. And I thought I was being smart by doing preloading this guy in. There we go. And of course, guys, we're going to turn all of this on at the end. Make sure everything works, and we'll test it. And I'll show it to you guys. There we go. All right. Check it out. There. Now this is the not so pretty way of getting this back in. There is no pretty way of getting this in, so. I guess because I already made the grooves, this went in better, but here we go. Oh yeah, because I already made the grooves. So much easier. That didn't look so painful. That is your button. Push the talk button. And then the LED just goes right in. A little bit of pressure. And then we'll glue it all in. And the LCD goes right in. Don't press it too hard. Alright, and that is what it looks like on the other side, guys. Let's get this glued in. It's going much better than I thought, guys. I think I may have just jinxed us. Let's see. Follow which side is black one. This one is third one in here. So black into here. This is the one that is on this end. Okay. So we plug in like this. Alright. Now let's glue it in. I mean, no, honestly, nobody's really going to be pushing on the LED, so that's fine. And no one's going to be pushing on the screen itself, so that should stay, should be fine. But it's just more of like to get it to stay there. Just give it a little bit more resistance, just in case somebody does push it through, because they don't have anything to actually hold it there. On the desk station, I'm going to show you guys that now. Just an old one, trying to get all the old pieces out of the way. On the desk station, I am holding the screens. Don't look at this cable mess. They are being held by a little bar, so these, if they get pushed on, they're fine. This as well, they're being held by a bar. I'm gonna do a bar on that one, but I haven't printed it yet, so that's something we gotta do. I am building an intercom system. So I am actually transferring to a new prototype case. This is the intercom system, what it looks. It's a belt pack, and that's a desk station. So that is what I am doing. So I wanted to bring you guys with me while we do that, to see if you guys enjoy it. I mean, I had to do it anyway, so I was like, might as well show you guys what I'm doing. All right, there we go. It's nice and set. So let's start putting this guy together. First thing we're gonna do is get the microcomputer onto the case. You get my screwdriver ready. Let me get the screw for these guys. They're already on there. I just gotta line this correctly and then start fastening it to the case. There we go. And now this guy. There we go. So like I mentioned before, I'm transferring the case because the old one was made out of PLA and it melts in the sun. I already have this specific one melt. So I am transferring it to a PETG case and testing it out. Nice, they do end up being nice and flush. I'm also adding the 5-axis joystick for the menu, because it has a menu. I built the menu onto the system so the user can select different things. So we needed to be able to navigate the menu. So that is what we're doing. Oh man, I just messed this up. Let's try to get this in there without having to take it off again. I always forget about the power. Again, this is PoE, but I have the little adapter just in case. I don't know. So it can be powered off of a regular plug. And then I'm gonna have to take it off too to get this in there. Oh. Maybe. There we go. Crisis averted. Oh, we need to glue this. I forgot about that. We glue all of this. also maybe glue this side. Why is it that we stick our tongue out? I mean, I stick my tongue out when I'm doing concentrating things. It 100% helps concentrate. If you don't do it, it just turns out wrong. Alright, that should definitely not move from there. Hopefully. I don't think I need the glue gun anymore, so we're going to put this away. Let that dry up a little bit. Oh, I do need the glue gun, sorry. Yeah, I really do need it. So we're gonna need the glue gun to actually get the pins to stay here because this header is not really meant for them to stay. It's for another header. So I need to get a different one, but that's what we have for now, and that's what we're gonna use. All right, it's starting to dry, which is fine. We're gonna take some time here. This is fine. We need to get this guy in here. First, let me get I'm telling you, this case is really exact fit that it needs to be because I am trying to make this as small as possible and light as possible, so it's just as needed. That makes things somewhat harder, yes, but that's how we do it. I click in. One more click. There we go. I wasn't kidding when I said this was really, really tight in there when I'm done, as you can see here. Now, unfortunately, this is not going to be very helpful in seeing where things go because we're not following the same color scheme of the cables. And I wonder why I did that. That's fine. Alright. One thing. Ground goes here. And I'm going to add a tad of glue just to keep the ground together. And to isolate this pin that we're not going to use anymore. Right. There we go. There it goes. That fits just there. It's literally a very tight fit. So that's fine. What I need to remove some of the glue. Could become problematic. Right there. So like I was saying, if you guys see, if I leave these pins that way, they will not survive with the casing. So that's why we need to throw them 90 degrees with this guy, and that way we can have it just sitting perfect. So these three in the bottom row, just as they are. I believe those three stay that way. We're not moving from there. So I'm not going to add to this bottom row, so we're literally going to glue them in there onto their position. I'm going to wait for this to harden so it stays there. And then we'll do the other side. Now I bought new connectors, like actual 3-pin or 4-pin or 5-pin, but I already have these cables made, so we're just going to go with these. Let me know where you guys are watching from. I want to know, where are you watching from? Alright. Let's go put some on the other side. So my idea is actually to make custom PCBs, and they're gonna have all the connectors, correct connectors, the right connectors, and the right angles for them. So that way I don't have to do this again anytime soon. Oh wow, just like my full fingerprint in here. Right there. Alright, that's the first 3 pins. Next comes the fun part. We're adding to these pins here. I need to figure out which ones we're adding. For the 5-axis joystick, it is, which was in there? Yellow. Mine a different setup for this guy. I think this one might be a different setup. This pin is empty, but this is moved down here. So it's a 3, the orange stays there. Should probably use the same cable. So we're going to move this down. And then we have blue and green at the bottom, blue and green at the bottom, which those do match, blue and green at the bottom. This guy. Blue and green at the bottom. So that means I have gray, white, then purple at the top. Okay. I can do that. So let me get these 3 at the bottom. And I have blue and green all at the bottom. And then I have gray, what did I say? Gray, white, and are so flimsy. I really hate this connector. It's the one we gotta use. Okay, no super, hot glue is not structural connectivity, but definitely gives us some structure, because there's none. But as you can see, guys, now I'm going to be able to put the pins going sideways. So that way, I can get it a lot shorter. It's a lot better. I gotta wait for this one to dry so I can actually flip it around and glue the other side. So yeah, guys, I have a couple projects that I haven't shot. I really want to get those out there. I was gonna do putting a EDF jet engine on top of a boat, an RC boat. That one, I have most of the stuff done already. I just haven't done it. And I really want to get back to it, so that should be coming up soon. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss it. I really do miss making videos, guys. I really do. I know I'm just probably just talking to myself, but this should be the last hot gluing I have for this. Let me know if you guys have enjoyed this, or if you guys want me to do this more often. I've always envisioned to actually do lives while I'm doing and building the project, and then shooting the videos at the same time. If that's a process you guys would like to see, let me know in the comments. I think that's something I've always envisioned doing. It takes a lot of work, but definitely willing to do it if somebody wants to watch it. You'll get there. All right. This looks like it's ready. I can slide this connector in without breaking it. Let's see that one all the way. Yep, that's in all the way. See, now all the connectors are going that way. That makes me happy. Now, you fit everything in here. I already put the heat inserts in here, so we're just going to screw this right in. I do have a little bit of concern for this hot glue on here. I'm going to try to remove some without cutting onto the LCD screen, because this should sit flush with the rest of the chassis. That should be enough. It's just a tiny bit. Alright. That's where it goes. I need see if this chassis fits well. Alright. Oh, this is fine. Let's get the other one in. Alright, so it kind of raised a little bit of a lip. And I like for my things to fit flush, so we'll just take care of that later. Oh, it's just coming right off tip. So. Alright. See? Now it's the fun part where we need to fit all of this in here without making a mess or breaking anything. First things first is all these hard pieces. Really need to make room for it. There we go. So I try to fit all the hard pieces first because that is what can break. We can try to fit all the extra cabling this way. As I mentioned when I started this video, this is just the proof of concept, guys. That's why it looks like a mess, but it works. So it does its job. I can move this guy down here to be out of the way, especially out of the way of the fan. Need that fan running. All right. No, it's out of the way. The fan is running. It's got space. All right. Let's put the lid. Here is a newly printed lid. Let's clean this guy up first. There we go. Deburring just a little bit. Alright, all the cables out of the way. And let's try not to pinch anything on the way down. Let's see. Nice and flush. I do like to assign all my stuff so all the screws fit nice and flush, or countersunk, or as long as you don't see them, they sound great. There we go. Nice. We're not pinching anything. We're almost there, guys. We're almost there. Nice. Really nice. I'm very happy with this. I'm very excited that this is finally going to be a outdoor weather rated case. Pretty much. Alright. There you go, guys. This looks good. Button works. And let's give it some power. Oh, I hear the fan. It's a good sign. Now, it may be on an older version of the program, and that's why I think the pins on the light were different. So it might not light up, but oh, there we go. The light itself might not light up, but we'll try it out. There we go. Yeah, that's definitely an older version, way older version. Yeah, there it is. Oh, we still got light. Awesome. But there you go, guys. This is what I've been up to lately. And it's a project that I've been working on for some time. And I will continue. I've also, for those who were watching at the beginning, I showed this guy. This is a fully functional 4-channel desk station, and these are the belt packs. Everything is fully functional. I need to go update the firmware of this guy. But I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know if you like it on the comments. And thanks for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe, give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you in the next build.